it says I'm live again. It's way too easy to accidentally go live. Because I'm running it through OBS. So if I'm over there and I click, I don't even know what I clicked. Start streaming. I think I'm streaming right now. Let's see. If I'm in YouTube, live dashboard, I'm live. Stream health is green. Oh, hey, all right, there's the chat. Like the background. Yeah, I just got my green screen today in the mail, so I've been playing around with it. I am live. Yes, thank you. Just kind of trying to figure out my settings. Right now the green screen isn't lit, so it's not, the quality isn't the best. Is this the best way to monitor it in YouTube? I don't know the answer to that. I think it probably is. I can change the background too. There's another one I did. A little spray paint. Stringing for first time. Any advice? Just know that you're probably going to have to unstring it and string it again. Follow YouTube videos. There's a bunch of good ones. I really like Mako Sports stringing videos. Those things, I mean, the way they're shot, the way they're narrated, it's really easy to follow. Go back to the wooden one. I also have this one. I'll leave it on that one for a minute. String King has some good tutorials. Yeah, they do. 13 people watching. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with this whole live stream thing. But I'm trying to make it look nice. That's always like the first step for me. Just trying to figure out camera and audio and background and all that. I was never satisfied with my stringing. I just kept going at it a bunch of different ways. Yeah, I mean, that's really what you have to do to get good at stringing. You know, I don't think there's any magic number of like how many heads you have to string before you're good at it, but it does take a while. Echoing, huh? Well, let's see what my mic says about echoing. I mean, mic documentation. So I think I should be omnidirectional right now, just here. But it said for vlogging, which I guess this is vlogging, you want cardioid. I don't know, that doesn't make any sense. What's up from New Jersey? I was born in New Jersey. Sound like in a drain pipe. So let's change that. See if that sounds any better. I'm testing my green screen. I'm testing my mic. Testing everything. Did that change the sound at all? Echo, that is. Voice is good. Yeah, echo's kind of a bummer. Less echoing. That's good to know. Still kind of echoey though. Let me try a different one. Hopefully this isn't too loud switching it. Alright, there's another setting. I'm also on like a 10-second delay. Voice is good now, by the way. When my next upload is going to be, I don't know. I got a lot of videos to shoot. I'm trying to think what. Oh, I have the epic box lacrosse stuff, which is awesome. I have to do a video on that stuff. Still echoey. So I'll have to figure that out. I went live like 3 times and had it as unlisted, and then it uploads the video to your videos. I was watching that, and each time there was something different wrong. So I don't know. It might take a while to get it all dialed in. Any advice for winter training and prep for the season? Yeah, I mean, wall ball. Obviously, get conditioned. Be running, be doing stairs and sprints, and if you have a hill anywhere near you, just sprint the hill. Walter Payton. You guys might be too young to remember Walter Payton, but you've heard the name, I'm sure. I saw some kind of documentary on him and his workout. He had this hill behind his house. It was like a 15-yard hill. I mean, it wasn't a huge hill, but he would and it was dirt, but it was like hand over fist in some parts, and he would just sprint that hill like 100 times. So yeah, wall ball. Make sure your stick is just perfect. I mean, your stick skills. You can't hit the wall enough. And be conditioned. Favorite goalie gloves? I don't know. I never had a goalie in my family, so I don't know much about goalie gloves. That's another video that I'm going to make, is how to make a regular pair of gloves into goalie gloves. That's on the to-do list. Mix it up a little bit there. Oh, that's not the right window. There we go. Herschel Walker. Oh man, what a beast Herschel Walker was. Brian Messiah's. Yeah, my kid used Brian Messiah's for a long time. Not the goalie gloves, but the regular gloves. He loved those. He was so sad when they got holes. We repaired them for a while, but it wasn't perfect. I just realized I forgot to eat lunch. It's 2:40. I'm hungry. That's an ADD thing. Like, you start working on something and you realize 12 hours later that you're starving. It's a little weird. Like, I got the monitor of it's like a window showing the live stream, and it's a good 15 seconds behind, so it's kind of making me dizzy. Like, I see myself doing things that I'm not doing. M4s are good gloves. The Torque Lock thumb, I don't even know what that is. Is that a thumb you can add? That's what I was thinking about. Like, making PVC and like that heavy duty industrial Velcro detachable thumb protectors. I think it'll work pretty good. I just don't know about the impact strength and if it would shatter, put an eye out. So I'll have to test that before I make a video. So what's today? Today's Wednesday. I have I'm lagging every now and then. I'm not even on Wi-Fi. I'm wired right now. So a lag is a bummer. We're having some internet outages. It's pouring rain here. So someone might have crashed into a pole or something. Torque Lock is Maverick's goalie thumb technology. Okay. Yeah, I set the latency to, so there would be very little latency, but the less you have, the more the quality goes down. So it's a toss-up. I hate the lag, and watching the video, like every time I've gone live, watching the video later, the pauses and the starts and stuff, it's hard to watch. So I need to figure that out, get rid of that. Nick Anderson, could you? My eyes do Q&A streams soon. My eyes do Q, I don't know what that means. What large elbow pads do you recommend at an attackman? I like the STX Salts? No, Stallions? Those are a few years old, but those are good. But the new ones like they kind of look like stormtrooper armor, but they're pretty good and they're pretty cool looking. But those things are STX Cell 4, yeah. Yeah, I'm not following you, Nick. My eyes do Q in stream soon. Maybe. K18 arm pads. Yeah, I mean, you know, it just depends on what you're looking for. I would always suggest trying stuff on. And sometimes it's hard if you don't have a store near you, but you know, everything you can send back. You know, it's just the way it is. If you buy something online and you don't love it, send it back. It's a pain, but it's worth it to get the stuff you want. Best D-head in the game. Man. I really like this. I really like the Rebel D. I also really like the String King Mark II-D. A lot of good heads. But yeah, this is definitely a good defensive head. I like the tank. I like everything. I'm easy. All the lacrosse gear out right now, I mean, most of it is good. Hammer 500, great head. What do I think about the PLL? I think it's cool. You know, I don't follow like the NLL now. I don't follow the MLL now. I mean, I watch highlights. If a game is on when I'm, you know, cruising around the dial, I'll watch it, but I don't seek it out. I like college lacrosse. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. It's awesome, but you know, the program just the pro game program. The pro game doesn't really speak to me, and maybe the PLL will be different. The LXM tour was cool. College Lax is where it's at for sure. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what happens with the PLL. You know, just like anybody else. I meant to say, could you do a Q&A live stream soon? There was autocorrect. A Q&A live stream. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, it's kind of what this is, no? Or is there a different, like, setting? I'm totally new to live streaming, so I don't really get it. College feels more competitive because, yeah, it definitely is. I mean, any of you older guys, if there's older guys in here, who played in college, even at a low level, you know, club team or D3, you know, something, small school, and then you play men's league the next year, it's just a totally different attitude. You know, the PLL and the MLL, it seems like men's league to me a lot. You know, these guys know each other. They all have regular jobs. They're not, they don't want to hurt each other. You'll always get a guy in men's league who's just hammerhead. He's going too hard. And, you know, he's all about playing hard. And he still thinks he's in college. And that's a bummer because, you know, guys have to go to work the next day. What's up? Do you need any all-dress chips? Man, they're still, they show up every now and then in 7-Eleven, and I always buy them all because they are good. I'm not sure what the United States is thinking by not having all-dress chips here all the time. I've been subscribed to you since even ECD was an early channel. Bring back the making sticks from random materials. I love that. Thank you for your content. You've helped me with a lot of decisions. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, my channel sort of transitioned into reviews, which is weird. I mean, I never really thought I'd be doing that. And when it started, it was going to be a Photoshop tutorial channel. And then I started doing a couple lacrosse head dyes. And then that blew up. And it's like, well, now companies are sending me stuff because I have a lot of subscribers. So, you know, reviews are relatively easy to do. Sometimes it's a pain. But, you know. But I agree. I like I I think it was over the summer, I did the, I made a head from PVC, which that was, in my head, that was my, or in my mind, that was my best video ever. Just the idea behind it, the production quality, like I put a lot of work into that video. And then, it, you know, it got views, but not like the old days, not like Will It String. And the Will It String series was on TLN. And people were like, yeah, you keep doing that on your channel when it was over. But the problem is, after Will It String, there was String League, and then that interlock competition. And it was all the same stuff, just stringing with really wacky things and wacky string jobs. And it's like, you know, maybe I could come back to it and do some more Will It Strings, but I think it's kind of been played out. Yeah, mesh stuff. I just dyed a piece of mesh the other day. I was restringing my kid's stick for spring, and I was like, well, maybe he'll want some purple because his school colors are purple and white. But he was like, yeah, no, I don't want to use that. So it's just there. I'll probably put it in one of my sticks. But yeah, I enjoyed. I don't like dyeing heads that much. It's just too stressful. It's not that fun. For me, it used to be, but now it's like it's just so much work and it's messy. But dyeing mesh is easy and pretty fun, and I really like the results. Yeah, I'll put this in here. This Rebel D. I'm gonna get for some kid on our team. Could be great if you could do some tutorials on filming, manual settings, etc., etc. That's a good idea. I know Mako Sports is doing some tutorials on how to shoot lacrosse games, and because they're way into the whole camera gear and videography stuff. You know, I'm not really that into it. Well, thanks so much, man. This has always been a channel that has been helpful and relaxing. Nice. Yeah, you know, relaxing. That's cool. Yeah, Mako Sports. Definitely check out their channel. They shoot. I mean, their quality of their content is awesome always. And now I think they're gonna make some videos on how to shoot lacrosse, which is a cool idea. Whoops. I need to have like 20 different. Uh-oh, something just crashed. What is it? Adobe Photoshop. That's fine. I need to have like 20 different backgrounds so I can just like cycle through them. Don't quit on us. We will stay subscribed. Sling It Lacrosse. A+ shirt there, Tom. Yeah, this shirt. So I designed this shirt, and I tried to make it look like a patent drawing, but I realized when it was done that it looks like it's just a stolen patent drawing. Like I just copy and pasted, you know, the design, but it's all original. But it really does look like it's just, I just took a patent drawing and plugged it in. These are all the Bay Area, or Northern California area codes, which was Jordan's idea. Actually, I think the whole idea was Jordan's idea. But the drawing, it came out nice, but it's like, I don't know, almost too nice. It doesn't look like it's hand-drawn. That's always a bummer. It's so good it seems stolen. Yeah, I mean, that's... Oh, this is Sling It Lacrosse right here saying this. Hey, it's probably Jordan. Is it Jordan? There's a lot of guys that sling it. But yeah, like, I had someone tell me, they were like, well, you just copied that from a patent. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it looks like that, but do a reverse image search and you won't find this one. But Jordan and Austin, all right. People love them. Yeah, I mean, it's a comfortable shirt. I'm a big fan. What is it? I'm probably stretching out the neck. I hate that. I can look later. But yeah, it's a good shirt. 19 people watching. I think that's like, I don't know if that's a record. How much do you think I should be skill-wise at the end of middle school? Honestly, I mean, I can only compare kids I've coached, and I always coached A teams, but A teams in California in a week club. But the kids it used to be 15A, now I think it's 14U. They kind of changed it. It's the same age groups, 8th graders mostly. They had to have perfect stick skills to be on my A team. And there was always a project kid, like super athlete, who wasn't so good with his stick yet, but I charged him with the job of getting your stick dialed in by mid-season. So stick skills going into high school, I mean, it should be at the varsity level. Crickets in the background. That's weird. For real? Where am I? Oh, yeah. I've been watching you for years. Cannot say how much you helped my dying string and just creativity. That's awesome. That's good to hear. Thanks, Wyatt. But yeah, stick skill wise, at the end of middle school, you should be ready to play at the highest level in high school. Now, size wise, speed wise, strength wise, you're not going to be there. But stick skills, if you put in the work, and anybody can put in the work, it's not that hard. You can have a perfect stick. Where in Cali? I am in the San Francisco Bay Area, in the East Bay, Contra Costa County, Pleasant Hill is this the town name. I should do a giveaway, some die. My son is 8th grader, ambidextrous with stick skills and shooting. Takes face off too. Yeah, I mean that's really what you want to do. You want to be the whole package. I knew some super athletic kids who started lacrosse freshman year in high school, and this one kid I'm thinking of absolutely 100% could have played D1 lacrosse, even though he started freshman year, but he never touched his stick in the off season. He still would score 50 goals in a season because he was just so athletic and could just do whatever he wanted, but never developed the stick. And he wasn't even interested in playing D1. He's at a school with a good club team and he's not playing, so it really wasn't about that for him. But I remember telling him at the end of freshman year, dude, get your stick dialed in because you're going to be a beast. Never did. Was still a beast. Played attack and moved to midi. Can run inverts. It's good. I mean, when coaches break midi and attack up for dodging, and they take attack down to dodge from X and dodge from the wings, and midis are just dodging the alleys, from up top. That drives me crazy because, I want a midi who'll take it to X and bring his shorty to X if he's got the matchup and just burn him from there or to a wing or wherever. You got to beat people from everywhere if you're going to be a real effective dodger. So if you guys are middies and your coach only has you doing dodging drills from one spot, suggest he mix it up. Tecmo Bull logo got me to sub. Oh man, that was a fun one to do. That little intro, that Tecmo Super Bowl. I love that game. We used to play that game. We used to play whole seasons. Me and my friend Sean and Brent. We'd start playing at 10 o'clock at night, and 7:30, 8 a.m. the next morning we're wrapping up a season because all three of us would play all of our games. I was always the Bears. I don't know why. I wasn't even a Bears fan then. I ran the ball a lot in Tecmo. They always passed the ball, but the running game was my favorite part. Can you dye a warrior warp? You can. Oh, I don't think I have one here. It's in the garage. Yeah, you can definitely dye a warrior warp. It's weird because the mesh part dyes too, and it doesn't take dye real well. But now I've seen people do just the head, and part of the mesh absorbs a little bit. Tecmo was great. Bo Jackson was unstoppable in that game. So true. I can't remember the guy's name. Anderson. His last name was Anderson on the Bears, running back around the time of Tecmo. I could run end to end with him at will. It just drove my friends crazy. But yeah, Bo Jackson was good. That game was so fun. I would buy that game on PS4 if they had it. It'd be like 2 megs. Are you going to shave anytime soon? Oh, yeah, eventually. My wife's a real trooper with the beard. I mean, she likes it. But she also misses my face. So, I might grow this one for a year. Maybe not. But yeah, I'll definitely shave eventually. I mean, I look 10, 15 years older when I have this big gray beard. I went to the post office. I told this story somewhere. Facebook. None of you are on my Facebook friends, I don't think. I went to the post office. This was in the summer, and I'd been working in the garage. So I was wearing like cut-off sweat shorts that were covered in paint. Old Neil Anderson, that's him. A T-shirt with a bunch of holes and stuff, and my hair was not this long, but long, and I had a big beard. I went to the post office, and there's a Chinese food place right by the post office. And I was like, man, I could use some fried rice. So I went in. I ended up getting Mongolian beef and fried rice. And I paid her in cash with a 20 from my pocket that was kind of damp because I had been sweating all day in the garage. And then she said, oh, just sit down and it'll come out in a minute. So I went and I sat down, and 10 minutes later she brought out a bag and she goes, oh, I gave you free soup. I was like, all right, thank you. And then I was walking out. I'm like, I think that lady's into me. She was like a 65-year-old Chinese lady. I'm like, she's into me, man. She gave me free soup. And I got in the car. I was like, I must look good. And I put down the visor to check myself out. And I was like, oh, dude. She thought I was homeless. Because she gave me 2 large soups. 2 different kinds of soup. And I 100% looked like a homeless guy. Paid with a soggy $20 bill. She completely thought I was homeless, and she felt bad for me, and she gave me free soup. And I wanted to be embarrassed, but I was like, free soup? Yeah, totally thought I was homeless. And I looked homeless, to be fair, and I wasn't smelling the best, probably. I'd been working hard in the hot garage. Yeah, sweet lady. And, I mean, that's my go-to Chinese place. I think I went like a week later, but I was picking up something. We were eating, I don't remember. We were taking it somewhere. We weren't going home. Anyway, I was dressed nice. I don't think she recognized me, but I always tip when I go there. Like, even when I pick up food. That's, the whole tipping culture. The receipts you get when you're just picking up food, you get a receipt and it's got all the lines for tip and total, and just let me sign it and let's that be the total. I can't stand people who expect me to tip when I'm just picking it up. But sometimes I'm guilted into it, like with the lady who gave me free soup. Maybe not guilted, but So. Oh. All right. 20 people watching. I think this is a good test. Let me switch my background one more time. I want to just see what they all look like. Amazing what a beard will do. People don't recognize you. Have to tell. Yeah. Well, especially because, my beard is weird in that it's so gray, and my hair is still dark. There's gray coming in, but I definitely have a weird look going on. What's your choice, lax dye or RIT dye? That lax dip dye is good stuff. I've never actually bought any. They've sent me quite a bit, but I like it. I really like the colors. I like the way it dyes. RIT was never intended to dye nylon polymer. Oh, nylon, yes, but it seems like the Throne powder, which I've never seen in person, but that and this lax dip dye were specifically developed to dial crossheads, which, that's good. So I'm thinking about, for this live stream, not this live stream, but live streaming in the future, I might just do like some quick product reviews, because when I've got a backlog of things to review, sometimes it's hard to get out and set up my camera, because the camera I use is right here, and I use it for everything. So if I bring it in the house, or it's in a bag, or it's whatever, I used it for a photo shoot, something, then I got to retake it out and set it up and make sure all my lights are good. But doing this, if I do product reviews here and maybe bang out a couple, that might be good. All right, west side wall. All right. Name a depot and MIDI and an attack to have a shoot around with. Are you talking like pros? I'm not. I don't know. I'm not real starstruck when it comes to pros and stuff. And, we're all the way out in California, but we still seem to have a lot of pros and former pros out here. And so I've had a catch with a number of guys I've coached with who were big shots at one point, or still. But yeah, if I had to pick a pole, it'd be my older son Tanner. Attack would be Riley, my younger son. And a MIDI, that would be me, because I was a MIDI. Tanner was an LSM, but he started at attack, then moved to close defense, and then through high school I think he was an LSM. Riley's always been attack. He gets plugged into MIDI sometimes, but he doesn't love it. Loves attack. Create. Oh, well, I can play an ad. I'm going to play an ad just to see how it works, since we're testing stuff here. I don't really know what's happening. It says playing ad. Really doesn't give you much information here. Playing ad. Based on complex criteria, some of your viewers will see an ad. Keep on streaming. All right, so it's not playing. All right. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that works. It doesn't give me any information here. It said playing ad, but that was it. Super chat. What is a super chat? There's a lot of weird stuff in here. Oh, I can chat too. I'm an ex-attacker. So I'm always curious about that. Like, most offenses, when guys say I'm left attack, right attack, X attack, I never have run an offense where there's sometimes I want to initiate something from X and it'll be one kid. But, when you rotate your offense, attackmen play everywhere. So I'm always curious about how coaches do that when they, always try to get a guy back to a spot. It seems difficult. I would much rather have 3 attackmen who could play from anywhere. But if you prefer X, and you kind of quarterback back there, and you can push from X, and if you can do it all, I can see a coach wanting to get you back there. That makes sense. All right, we're down to 17. Been streaming for 35 minutes. Now we're 18. All right, so stream options. What's this do? Enable DVR. Make archive unlisted when complete. Low latency. I'm going to try and change it to ultra low. Oh, I can't change it while I'm doing it. All right, forget it. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Every time you play X, it felt really good, and that's where I played the best. Everyone's going to have a favorite spot. Makes sense. Add stream info. Yeah, I don't know about all this. There's a lot of stuff, like in OBS, which is the, well, I don't know what it is, encoder. A lot of stuff you can do in that, including like changing the background and stuff. I played middle wing on travel team and face off on rec. Should I go for face off on travel? If you like it. If it's fun for you, definitely. You know, I think that's always the first thing that you should ask yourself. What am I doing what I enjoy doing? You know, people who are playing a position because they think it'll get them into college or this and that. I mean, maybe do that, but I think most important, if you're having fun, you're probably going to play well. Big oof. Hey guys. What's up, big oof or big oofs? Season's coming. I'm excited. We've got conditioning clinics right now. Tryouts, I think, are at the end of this month. Good stuff. I'm excited. This is always like my busy time of year for work. And like lacrosse is picking up. So it's always a bummer. Any suggestions for shafts at attack? No, they're all good. I think, you know, if you're a hard dodger, then get something strong. If you're kind of well-rounded, you could use carbon fiber, you know. I mean, you could use carbon fiber anyway, but after a season of hard checks, they can take a dump. Libby, come here. Riley's home. All right, let me look into this here. Opinion on the PLL? I think it's cool. Yeah. I don't care a lot about the pro game, but I'll definitely, if it comes to my area, I'll definitely go see a game. Hey, I'm streaming right now. What's up? Are you sick?
Yeah.
Tanner's sick.
Are you actively streaming?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I got 14 people.
What is going on? Who's streaming, dude?
You want to be on it? Oh, don't pull on that, dumb dog.
I'm just looking at your whole setup.
Yeah, that thing's cool, right?
You got a whole green screen?
Yeah. Look at this. I mean, look at the background.
Yeah, I see it.
Check it out. I can change it. Now it's that.
I can do a dinosaur.
And then I also have this one, which is pretty cool. Let me see your dinosaur.
Here we go.
Where are you going to go?
Poop.
Alright, after school poop. Assorted chaos. Yeah, I just went nuts right here. It does that. Do a video about all the helmets in your garage. That's a good idea. We got a bunch that aren't even in the garage too. 15 people. Yeah, that's not a lot of people. It doesn't help that I got nothing to talk about. I love the Rebel O, but I already have enough heads. Do you think it's worth getting a graphene? No. If you've got enough heads, unless you're collecting, if you're into collecting stuff, yeah, go for it. But, people ask me every day, what should I buy? And I'm always like, don't buy anything if you don't need it. If you're just buying stuff because you like the gear, I get it. I like the gear too. But, lacrosse gear does last unless you're facing off or warping things by throwing big checks, whatever. If you're just a regular offensive player, the thing should last. Nick Anderson says, I'm shorter than average. Anything I should do to help make up for height, like special skills to practice? So yeah, I mean, you gotta play to your strengths. If you're small, you gotta be quick. But not all small guys are quick. My kid, he's quicker now. He's getting quick. But for the longest time, he was small and not all that quick. But what that did is that it made him move the ball fast, and so he always kind of had an idea of where his looks were before he got the ball. Really helped with assists all through youth. So he through necessity, he learned how to move the ball quick. Now he's bigger and older. He's dodging more, and he's doing all that other stuff. But play to your strengths. Figure out what you're good at, and just get good at everything. If you're small, you got to lift. You got to get strong. You may not ever be tall, but you can be strong. Do you like the Warrior Evo helmet? Yeah, I think it's cool. What's my absolute favorite stick? My favorite complete stick? It's impossible to say. Right now, I really like the Dragonfly 9, the white and black Dragonfly 9 with the Z1 head. That's what I had out yesterday at practice, and I really liked the way it threw and felt good. Oh, TLN RIP. TLN's still around though, isn't it? I don't watch a lot of TLN. I did like Colin and Samir. I don't know who the new guy is. I haven't watched much TLN, but it's still around. I don't. I used to, like, when Colin and Samir were in charge, there was a lot of cross promoting. Like, if I'd post something they thought was cool, they'd post it, and that helped me get a lot of subscribers on YouTube and Instagram, followers on Instagram. But now I don't really know anyone at TLN. Am I going to LaxCon? I am definitely not going to LaxCon. I wanted to, but I didn't get it figured out. Maybe next year. How was school?
It was good. I don't have any homework.
I thought you had homework yesterday that you were putting off till today.
I did it at school today.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
The new guy does top 5, and they also do lax documentaries. Yeah, some of those lax documentaries are cool. Is that background a green screen? Looks great. Too bad you won't make it to Philly. Yeah, it's a green screen. I don't know how to... Maybe if I turn off the background. No. What scene am I on? Oh, weird. Just shows up as black. It doesn't show the green screen. At least I don't think. Ooh. Do I like box lax? I don't love playing it as a goalie, but I do love watching it. Yeah, I mean, box lacrosse is awesome. I am using OBS for my encoder with the green screen. Box lacrosse, we've got some good box lacrosse in our area. Shaden Santos started the Cali Lax program, and Riley played that when he was younger a couple years. Really liked box lacrosse. Does Riley plan to play lacrosse, college lacrosse? I think so. I think he's going to, wherever he ends up, if there's a team, he'll play. You know, there's a couple teams in contact with him, but he doesn't really want to go too far away. Or not, you know, a few hours away is fine, but not, you know, not a 5-hour flight. I think it's called OBS. Yeah, OBS is the green screen. I mean, it's the, what is it called? Is it an encoder? About OBS. It's not gonna. See, I took off the image, and now it's just black. I thought it would have shown the green screen, but for some reason it's just black. I haven't done any lighting on the green screen yet, so it's like right here. Oh, it's not live. Around certain areas you can see it's green. There's a green tint. Oh, when I put my arm up, you can see, like, I don't know.
Chinese and microwave?
Yeah. What are you gonna eat?
What?
Oh, nice. Hard mesh or soft mesh? Definitely not hard mesh. I can't stand hard mesh. Do you think the junior recruiting rule is good? Yeah. Yeah, I know kids who committed in 8th grade, and you know, it was definitely not where they wanted to be come senior year and freshman year of college, so they had to go back to the drawing board and figure it out. I don't think 8th graders or 9th graders or 10th graders should be in that position to make that decision. And it kind of slows everything down, you know, because a lot of people want to figure it out early, but I think it's healthy. Elbow pads or arm pads? For me, I wore arm pads, but we didn't have a lot of options back then. That hard mesh was cool. That was like, I don't know, did something weird to it. But that wasn't your normal hard mesh. I still have probably 25 pieces of normal hard mesh that won't see the light of day. Yeah, Jesse's a good example. I didn't know that he committed in 8th grade, but, you know, it seemed awesome at the time. But the older he got, and then he got there, and he realized this really isn't what he wanted to do. So, luckily he was in a position to change it. Well, let's put on I remember the time when everyone said that hard mesh was the best and it made you shoot faster. You know what? I like a hard mesh that's about 3 years old. Soften it with a pressure washer. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do to hard mesh. Hard mesh is just soft mesh with a heavy coating, right? And there's no difference in the fibers, I don't think. What are my thoughts on Brett Queener? I like Brett Queener. He's fun to watch. Good box player. He was when my kid played for Booth Lacrosse, Tim Booth's program. Queener came out for the summer, and there was like a camp, like a 5-day camp, something like that. And Queener was the coach for my kid's age group, and he was Riley's favorite coach. I have a picture of it, I think. Be way back, because that was a long time ago. But yeah, Queener's cool. Kind of a wild man. Pretty much latex paint, yeah. It's gross. Thoughts on the new league? I think it's cool. Is this a Q&A or something? I don't know. It's just me testing my live stream again. And people are chatting questions, so I'm answering them. What's the best 6x6 goal you can recommend where the net won't just rip? You got to get a heavy net. Any net is going to fall apart if you leave it outside in the weather. So you got to get the real thick ones. I don't know what's thick. 5mm. That might not be the thick one, but whatever. Buy a thick one, cover it with a tarp, and it should last. It's not letting me scroll. I used to have hard goalie mesh. I don't even understand why they would even do that. Yeah, I would say soft mesh, just soaked with water, heavy, and bagging out, is better than hard mesh. But yeah, when I used to string kids' sticks on my team, I would take out their hard mesh and give them a piece of performance mesh or whatever. But I would always keep the hard mesh because most of those had been around for years. And really broken in hard mesh is nice. I have quite a few of those still. What do you think the best muscle group to work out for lacrosse if you were to do one more? Okay, wait. What do you think is the best muscle group to work out for lacrosse if you were to do one more? Explosive, fast twitch leg muscles for changing directions, but also your core. I mean, there's so much from the core. But yeah, ladders, stuff like that, where you're working on those quick changes of directions and quick feet. That's good. That is me on a stick. Have you ever strung a traditional? I've strung many traditionals. I used to string a lot of traditional in college. I want a free piece of performance mesh. Get G3 Ultralight from Stringer Shack. It's very cheap when you buy it in bulk. Good stuff. String King 3S. 3S or 4S, it's all good. I followed a high pocket pattern for some reason and ended up as a mid. Any suggestions? I don't know, you could restring it if you're not happy with it. But if it's a good pocket, I mean, nothing wrong with it. A high pocket. Thanks for the G3 suggestion. Yeah, I mean, you'll have to talk to Joe about it, but he'll give you a number of what you have to order to get a discount, and it's reasonable. What club team does Riley play for? I live in Chicago and was just out in California for the Adrenaline Challenge. He plays for Silver City right now. Silver City is John Christmas's team. It's mostly his high school guys from his school, De La Salle, which is, if you follow high school sports at all, you've heard of De La Salle. De La Salle football is always very good. So is lacrosse, though. But it's a few miles that direction. And so he does this travel team, Silver City. It's got all age groups. But Riley's played for John it was East Bay Aces a few years ago, and now it's Silver City. But it's the same team, basically. But yeah, I coach with John at Silver City. He runs a great practice. So fast-paced, kids are engaged the whole time. It probably turned out to be a mid-pocket because the head didn't have enough holes. Yeah. Next time you string a stick, could you go stream? Yeah, I could. I think that's a good idea. Although I think it'd be boring because I'd probably be focusing on the stick and not answering questions, but maybe I could do both. I followed the Mako Sports pattern for the kinetic, but I will try Ustring. Thanks for the suggestion. Have you guys ever played a true lacrosse team? True. Is there a true team from Minnesota? I believe we did at Sandstorm once. We played a true team. I don't remember what happened in the game, but I think it was true. What's up, Marcus? Been live for almost an hour. Mix up my backgrounds a little bit for whatever reason. I am starving. This probably isn't going to help my hunger. Do you think Bullis is a good lacrosse school? I don't know. I have no idea. Probably. Sounds good. I don't know anything about it. Gummy bears. These things are a weakness. Sweet lax. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Have you ever played Sweet Lax in a tournament?
What?
Have you ever played Sweet Lax in a tournament?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I don't know either. I think you have. Who do I think will win the Super Bowl? I don't know. I have been watching less and less NFL over the years. I'm a Vikings fan, so I watch the Vikings whenever they're on. We got DirecTV 2 years ago, and they gave you NFL Sunday Ticket for free for a season. That was awesome. I watched a lot of football that year, but then I was like, I don't want to pay for that. I'm not going to watch that much next year. Eagles is a good choice. I don't know. Vikings are out of it, so I don't care. And then the Bears are out of it. I'm not a huge Bears fan, but I like it when, if my team loses, I like it when a team from their division goes on. So it would have been good to see the NFC North do better, but it wasn't in the cards. Yeah. Bears. All right. Well, I got nothing else to talk about. Did I play in college, and if so, what school? I played at the University of San Francisco. It was a club team. And it was me and like 19 other guys from St. Ignatius High School. And St. Ignatius High School is good. They were good at lacrosse then. They're really good now, but I think the Rams and the Chiefs will be the matchup in the Super Bowl. Yeah. I mean, I like the Rams. I like that the Rams got rid of the gold. The white horns, so much better. That gold was terrible. From the Kurt Warner area, when they switched from yellow to gold, that was gross. I'm on the Stringers Shack website, but I was wondering if there's a way to order bulk, or do I just up the quantity? You should email them. Yeah, send them an email and ask, and then they may send you an invoice. That's kind of how they do it for me. And then you just pay the invoice. You can pay with a credit card. What do I think of Utah becoming a D1 team? I think it's awesome. I love that it's creeping westward. And, you know, they've got an amazing coaching staff. I think they'll do good. I know a kid who's He's there as a walk-on. I think he's gonna walk on. When does the lax season start? Because I have to sign up for my 3-year. The original Rams look, yeah. Eric Dickerson era, that bright yellow, that was good stuff. Our kicker missed 11 kicks this year and hit the post 6 times in a row. How did that? That's crazy. I was shocked by that. We should get into golf. Imagine just dinging them off the flag like that. I was answering something else and then I forgot. You should order a lax mystery box. I think I got a mystery box last year. They sent to me because they wanted me to make a video about it. And there was a lot of good stuff in there. Oh yeah, Utah's, I'm excited for that. Got your split Dodge shirt as M, but it was tiny. Really? All the other my kids wear M's and they seem to fit normal. Yeah, you must just be huge. Thanks, I needed to find a good bulk mesh order for my company in Canada. Hero 2.0 is like over $30 a pop. Yeah. I mean, that's great for if you're just setting up ahead because it's very good mesh. But if you're coaching and you do a lot of stringing for kids on your team, you can't say, hey, Jimmy, go get mesh, get some strings, come back and I'll string it, because then it's a week later. So it's good to just have a collection of mesh. I throw about 10, 15 pieces in my stringing bag that I take out to practice in games, to repair and stuff. It's one thing I've never charged for stringing, but last year, I probably strung 30 sticks, and that's hard on the old knuckles and stuff, so I should charge a little bit. And plus, I'm just giving away strings and mesh. Maybe if they just pay for the materials, that'll work. My middle school kicker never made a field goal. I can top that. In high school, my punter punted the ball backwards 3 times. Went on to play for the Raiders. I don't think he ever touched the field, but he was like a backup punter. Went to Cal. I think learned how to punt. Did he go to Cal? I think he did. I think he punted at Cal, and then went on to play for the Raiders, as a backup. But yeah, in high school, senior year, punted the ball backwards. We would have been better off, running the ball on 4th down. Why is everyone talking about high school football? I don't know. That's a good question. League minimum for a backup punter, I guess. Didn't matter for this kid. He's loaded. His family's crazy rich. They own so many businesses around here. It's kind of cool. Not really around here, but nearby-ish. Being 13 also makes it harder to order in bulk. Yeah, for sure. But, if you've got a couple $100 to spend, you can get a collection of mesh that could last you a long time. I'm in Michigan and go against Canada teams a lot. Ever played against Canada teams? Yeah, we've played against Canadian. I haven't personally, but my kid has. Canadian teams come down to California for tournaments, especially the box tournaments. Dude, I want you to string my stick if it's free. Yeah, it's not. Mostly I just say, no, I can't string your stick. For kids I coach, I do. But I got to change my philosophy about just giving it away for free. How much does a backup punter make? Oh yeah, I think league minimum. Have I lived in California my whole life? No, I was born in New Jersey, moved to California, Southern California, Irvine, and then in 1st or 2nd grade moved to Connecticut, and then was there for 8 years. That's where I started playing lacrosse. And at the end of 8th grade, I moved back to California, Northern California. And I've been here in this area since. So from like 15 on. Have I ever heard of Braille skateboarding? I think I have. I think I just watched a video. Is it a company? I don't know. Also, next time asks you to string a stick, just send them a link to the ECD tutorial playlist. Yeah. You know, I could do that. And they're good. I mean, there's so many good tutorials online, and I encourage all my players to string. But if it's like, 25 minutes before a game and they come to me with a broken sidewall, I don't really have time to teach them. I just got to whip it up. Braille is in the San Francisco Bay Area. New company, I guess, huh? Is that what we're talking about? Braille, yeah. Yeah, I haven't designed skateboard graphics in probably 8 years. So I've kind of lost touch with all the skateboard companies and owners and stuff. Yeah, that's the problem when a kid's just learning how to string. It's usually not too pretty. I'm gonna try and play an ad. It kind of failed last time, but maybe this will work. Can you guys hear me right now? Or see me? It says playing ad. Yeah, if you have a terribly strong stick and it changes the way you throw, that's a bad news. That's a bad news. See, I can hide those tips. Oh, there we go. No ad. We can see in here. Weird. All right, I'll have to figure that out. Maybe I can't run an ad because there's only 11 people watching. YouTube's like, yeah, no, that's not worth it. I had a friend of mine that didn't want to pay $5 for a string job, and he came back with a waste of hero and a tennis racket. Yeah. My first string job was with a old shoestring, and it wasn't that bad. It's echoing a lot and lagging. Yeah, I don't know why. That sucks. Because I'm wired right into our modem with an Ethernet cable, but yeah, that's too bad. I'm gonna have to watch this whole video, maybe not the whole video, identify what's going on with it. Oh shit. Oh shoot. Oh, I see what happened. I can look at the analytics live. That's pretty cool. Wow. Any way to get noticed by... Hang on, let me go in order here. I honestly love stringing sticks. I'd definitely do it for free. Give me a shout out. Colin. What's up, Colin? Comenda. Any way to get noticed by colleges? Yeah, depending on where you are, if you're in an area where you can get to showcases, or you're playing for a team that will go to showcases, or you know someone who can get you on a team. Sometimes there's free agent stuff for tournaments like that. That's a good way, but if you're in the middle of nowhere, you gotta get highlights. I play goalie and lax for fun, so should I start on JV or bench on varsity? Yeah, there's no reason to play varsity if you're not going to play. You know, the reason we do this is to play. It's not for that Letterman jacket or whatever. You know, it's pouring rain. Wow. So yeah, definitely, I would suggest getting PT on JV. You know, if you would play on varsity in games that were blowouts, either way, like you're losing by a bunch or you're winning by a bunch, and a coach will give you a half, that would be better. Probably make you a better goalie. Plus practicing with better players. You know, if a coach, if you're one of two goalies, then yeah, varsity is not a bad idea because you're that practicing with those guys, with the better guys, that'll make you better. So, you know, if PT is what you're after, you want to play, you want to have fun. Yeah, the rain is really loud. Then a super chat. What's that mean? 99 cents. That's awesome. Big 1 hour stream. My goodness, what is wrong with me? What do I do with that? That's cool. Yeah, snowing up in Canada. I don't miss the snow. We have it close enough. Tahoe's only 3 hours away. We, when I was young, when I was in college, we went to Tahoe in the morning, snowboarded for about 3/4 of the day, drove down, went surfing, we came home, grabbed surfboards, went to San Francisco, went surfing, and then came home, we ate burritos, then came home, grabbed our skateboards. Actually, the skateboards were already in the back of the truck, but we went to an abandoned pool, a backyard pool, skated. So we snowboarded, surfed, and skateboarded all in one day. It was pretty cool. Very tired. I've been watching since the first 20 seconds. Wow, you are dedicated, Carter. Ricky Murek. Ricky Murica. There's your shout out. Squaw Valley. I never in my life went. I used to go snowboarding every single weekend for about 4 years. Never went to Squaw. It was always too expensive. Plus Boreal, Sugar Bowl, they were cheap and they had good board parks like early. Boreal had a half pipe like way before most places. I broke my thumb in a half pipe. Actually, the Boreal half pipe. The first week it was open. I don't know what I did. I think I was trying an invert or something because I liked inverts, skating on vert. But I put my thumb down and it went snapped right there. And it hurt, but it was like, you know, I'm all right. So we finished the night. It was night boarding. And we got to the car afterwards. I'm like, oh man, that's stiff. I pulled off my glove and it turned inside out. Like the fingers all came out except the thumb. Turned inside out, so it was still had the liner around the thumb. And I popped it off and it was like this round purple. It looked like a plum. It was funny. And it still cracks really weird to this day. Soon I'm a freshman right now and made varsity. Plus I have club highlights coming soon. Hello. Yeah, highlights they're hard to get. Last season, my wife, she's not the best photographer, because she can't wink. Like she just does this. Like when she closes one eye, both close. So you kind of need to wink when you're taking photos. But I got her set up with the camera and a good lens, and I got a monitor on top of the camera in the hot shoe so she could see the play big. And so she filmed all our games last year because we use crossover. And so I uploaded all those. But it was nice because then I had the high definition footage just here so I could make Riley's highlights, which was fun. I always enjoy doing that. The highlights are really important. And it's tough. It's tough if you have no one to film. Or if it's some volunteer with a crappy camera and it just looks terrible. It's really nice because our club team records highlights for us. Yeah, that's good. That's a good way to do it. Wyatt Bigger says, other than the brick wall goalie head, which was your favorite dye and or string job? The very first California flag dye I did was one of my favorites. That was cool. And then I did some kind of weird. Maybe I can find a picture on Instagram. I did a stringing of it that I really liked. I think it was on that head. Probably way back. I have way too many posts on Instagram. My goodness. My Instagram has been losing followers like crazy. I'll post something and people will like it. It'll get like over 1,000 likes, and then all of a sudden I'll get a bunch of followers, and then I post something stupid and I'll lose that many or more. I'm not good at Instagram. I don't really run anything like... I run it just like I had 100 followers or 100 subscribers. Everything is just like whatever. It's doing this for fun. When I treat it like a brand or a job, it becomes less fun. And there's no money in it anyway, so it's not like I need to do that. I can't find it. Yes, this was my favorite string job. It's not on the California head, but it's kind of a reverse corner or corset. I like that one. All right. It's really nice because our club team, oh yeah, highlights other than the brick wall. My favorite videos on this channel was the OG showing all the gear you have. Man, I could do another one of those. Who wants to see a giveaway? I'm not sure if I've ever done a giveaway on YouTube. Yeah, I have. Early on in the Red Star days. I did a head. But most of the giveaways happen on Instagram. And most of the giveaways happen at practice. We got a lot of kids for a lot of kids who need gear, so I give away a lot of gear. Tanner just texted me that there's a weird echo on the stream, so that's definitely happening. Thanks, Tanner. I don't really know how to fix it. You're the AV guy. You should come help me. Let's see, what's this one? I copied that on my mini stick. Nice. Top 5 favorite sticks in order. I don't think I could even do it. I mean, every time I get a new stick, I'm like, oh, this is my favorite stick. I just love lacrosse gear, and it's all good. I'm part of Sankey Lacrosse Team 11 team, and they are always taking pictures and highlights, but I never get to see them. Oh, that's a bummer. Make another gear collection vid. That'd be dope. Yeah, I can do that. It's not about it. I got to get through some of these reviews. I should have just done that right now. This little test is now 1 hour and 20 minutes long. I think we got up to like 22 viewers at one point. Doesn't seem like a lot. This channel has 38,000 subscribers. I think 38,000, which is crazy. What's up, Lax the Planet? Still streaming. Yeah. Still starving to death, too. Wow, the analytics are pretty cool. We are not receiving video data at a fast enough rate. Your viewers may experience buffering. Yeah, what? I've got my Wi-Fi off. I'm wired directly. I am not coming to LaxCon. I wish. I posted that thing on Instagram asking, like, a poll, should I go? And the vast majority of people said yes, and then I kind of forgot about it, and then it was like, oh man, LaxCon's in a week. I completely forgot, so now it'd be too expensive to get tickets. So maybe next year. There's no buffering. LaxCon's in Philly. Really like these live streams. Feel like the more you do, the more viewers you will get. Maybe. I mean, I think I got to tighten it up a little bit. Kind of all over the place. It's more of just a little chat, which I guess is cool. Oh, Baltimore. Maybe. I don't know. Wherever it is, I'm not going to be there, unfortunately. Let's change the background. Boom. Oh. I'm only down in Maryland, and I don't think I'm making it either. First time in yeah, you've been going for the last few years. And you're in Maryland? That's where you live? I think that's right. It's usually in Maryland, right? Yeah, it's Philly. Okay. How far is Philly from Maryland? So what's a cheap light stick? They go between Baltimore and Philly, okay. Hour and a half. Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, out in California, everything's just so far apart. My parents live in Palm Springs area. My brother lives in Boston. My sister lives in Connecticut with their families. And so my parents are getting older, and it's like, I got to go visit them more. But it's a 9-hour drive just in California. Driving for 9 hours, I'm still in California. Or it's like it's a short flight, like an hour and 10-minute flight. But when you get into the airport, waiting, getting the plane, getting off the plane, figuring out how to, that flying is like a 5-hour trip. I live in Mass. That's where my brother lives and his family. His boys played lacrosse at Wakefield High School in Wakefield, Mass. String King Legend Int is a great light stick, really cheap. Yeah. Some of those completes these days, a lot of companies have some good deals on completes. Lacrosse still exists? I don't know. Maybe not. As of the start of this live stream was an hour and a half ago, so maybe it does not exist anymore. I even have a middle school friend who uses a String King Legend Junior. Yeah, those juniors are cool. They're really light, but that's not legal for big boy play, I don't think, right? Alright, well, I don't really recommend the Warp NXT. It's a little weird. Yeah, $1,000 donations. I was watching a video. Some gamer. It was on Reddit, and it was like this guy was breaking it down how much money he makes on Twitch, and this guy wasn't like a top 10 Twitch guy. I think he's top 20, but it's like 40. No. He broke down all the different revenue streams from Twitch, like ads, subscriptions, this and that. It was like $75,000 a month. Or it might have been more than that. That might have been one source. Anyway, it was just insane money. Exams in a week or Tom's live stream. Definitely exams. Yeah, do homework. Yeah, I like the Metal 2s. PewDiePie or T-Series? I've never heard of T-Series. I've heard of PewDiePie. I've never watched anything by him. Seems like a good enough dude. Actually, I watched Joe Rogan talking about him today, a clip about him. And seems like PewDiePie's a good dude. Kind of got bamboozled on that whole Wall Street Journal Nazi thing. Apparently it was kind of a hatchet job, and he's not really a Nazi. Whatever. Finally have to do my homework. Have. H-A-V-E. Have to. I helped you with your homework. Ninja makes $500,000. Yeah, Ninja, he's the top Twitch guy, right? I don't watch Twitch. It's because I'm not a gamer. I can't. My kids watch. They don't watch Twitch, but they watch. Well, Tanner doesn't, but Riley watches people play video games on YouTube, and I'm like, why don't you just play? Isn't that more fun? What are your thoughts on the String King Fogo shaft? I think it's cool. I think it's. I also like the Dragonfly 9 face-off shaft. It's kind of the same idea. It's a different shape up here. It changes about right here. What's up?
Not much.
Did you eat?
A little bit.
This is the STX Dual on the Dragonfly 9. It's got stick marks all over it, like it was checked, but I don't think we ever even took this out. Probably fell into the door right there. Lax Nation. Just threw more money. I'm the new ninja. There you go. All because Lax Nation supported me. Yeah, I mean, that's a good shaft, that string. I mean, I haven't seen it in person, but from what it looks like, that upper grip part, I think it'd really help with face-offs. First night of Men's League ever tonight. I'm pumped. That's awesome. It is a lot of fun. I enjoyed Men's League. Sales on the Red Star Lax website, non-existent. I have a loyalist site. Can I put a link in the chat? Let me try. The loyalist. There you go. Copy. So, I mean, mesh sold pretty consistently, but I stopped doing the mesh, so that's my loyalist site. And that stuff sells there. I used to do a lot of shirts through the Red Star site that I heat press myself, but that's died off too. I never put a lot of work into it, just because I have a normal job, and I didn't really want to be a lacrosse gear guy. I did the mesh, and that was kind of a pain, but mostly it was just to have mesh for kids I coach. But that, I did go through all that mesh. Actually, I thought I had sold all of it and didn't have any pieces of my own left. But in my backpack at the very bottom yesterday at practice, I found two. It's like, there you go. So I won't give those away. I'll hang on to those. The V2 mesh. Patreon. Yeah, I don't even know what Patreon is. I've heard it, and I know that's a donation deal, but I've never looked at it. I'm not a big. I don't ask for money. Like it's tough. Giveaway. Yeah, a giveaway would be good, but I don't want to do a giveaway. Like, I'd rather have kind of announce it. You know, maybe get more than 18 people in here. Why haven't I heard of your other site? Which other site? What are you talking about? The Loyalist or the RedStarLacrosse.com? Both are pretty low traffic these days. I don't know what LaxCon tickets cost. That means more Lax gear for everyone. I'll be on the lookout for that gear collection vid. Yeah, I think that's a good idea for a video. Although it changes from time to time. Maybe I'll wait till I stockpile some stuff before I give it away in the season. I am not going to LaxCon. 1 hour and 31 minutes. That's bonkers. I told myself that I was going to take the day off today. I did some work, but not a whole lot. Yeah, the car vids are fun. I should actually show you guys. Let's see. I have another channel, and it's got all my old car videos. It's pretty funny. Four subscribers. Don't bother subscribing to this. I'm going to post the link because I don't plan on uploading any other stuff, but if you want to see some old videos of me in a car driving, just ranting about stuff. Back when I didn't watch my language when I was driving. Actually, that's 1, 2. Oh, there's quite a few out there. They're from, it says 2 years ago, but that's when I uploaded them to YouTube. They were on my blog, and I think they're like 10 years old, maybe more, maybe like 12 years old. Anyway, some of them are pretty funny. My favorite mesh. Wait. You could just use the Patreon money to fund your channel and make more videos and tutorials, making more money to fund the channel. Yeah, that's kind of what I do with the YouTube ad revenue. I just pump that right back into the channel. Like I just bought this green screen and a mic and a webcam. You know, YouTube revenue is small, but you know, it goes into my PayPal. A couple months, just let it add up, and then I can buy some stuff. Thoughts on the PLL? I think it's cool. You know, I'll definitely go see a game if there's one near me. Favorite mesh? Yeah, that's it was Red Star V2 for while I had it. Now it's probably G3 Ultralight. Is the MLL dead? I don't know. I mean, seems like the success of the PLL will dictate that. They're in a bad position, to be sure. I'm sure they're not happy. But you know, they could bounce back. You know, it's been mismanaged for long enough that, you know, if they overhaul the whole thing, I think it could compete and we could have both. But you know, it doesn't seem like they're too good at what they do. Joshua Patterson, hi Dad. What's up, Josh? Dad, you've called me coach since you were this tall. Actually, you've always been pretty tall, but John Tran, what's up? Hot glue dyes still good? Oh yeah. That's classic. Actually, Josh Patterson, who just said hi Dad, his it was his AV8 that I dyed in the very first lacrosse video that I did on this channel. And it's got like a couple 100,000 views. Actually, I don't know how many it has. It's got a lot. But yeah, it was his head that I dyed. I'm going to sort by most viewed. Sort by most popular. Yeah, it's my second most popular video. 319,000 views. This video right there in the chat. I love your old Taco Bell Mind Reader video. That's crazy. I remember watching that when it came out. Yeah, that's an old one. What's the date on that? 2011. April 1st, 2011. I think it's my first lacrosse video. I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sure of that, but my most popular video is a Photoshop video. It's just one of the first things I uploaded. 444,000 views. 6 years ago. Dang. That was a good... If you guys are into screen printing, that video, CMYK separations for process printing, I figured that out myself. It's a popular video still. Wheelbarrow goalie die. Yep, that was dumb. Like, why a wheelbarrow? Why not just like one of those big plastic bins you can buy for whatever, $5? Do you do custom dye jobs? I definitely don't. I've done a few for kids I knew, but not for money. You know, sometimes a couple of them I had them buy the dye. But I've never done it for profit. Yeah, I don't really enjoy dyeing heads anymore. It's hard. Let's switch the background. I need to have more backgrounds. I like that. I like being able to switch that. Actually, I can put it on a slideshow so it would just like switch on its own. I'll have to figure that out. Good stuff. Hopefully, well, we're down to 8 watching. Think about that. Like, YouTube's so weird. I have 38,000 subscribers, which is a lot. I mean, that's a lot of subscribers. And 8 people are watching. That's funny to me. It's so funny, like, some videos I'll upload and think, like, that's a good video. It's going to get a lot of views. And it'll get, after 2 weeks, it's under 1,000 views. And then other ones I think, well, this is kind of a crappy video, whatever. And it'll get thousands. I have no idea how to succeed at YouTube. How much is soft mesh on your store? I don't know. Do I even still have soft mesh out there? Red Star. Can't spell Red Star. Oops, that's the admin page. Yeah, I've got 17 millimeter. I don't know how much I have. Actually, I think I can look. It's $350. 20 millimeter is $352. Pretty cheap. Been watching since 10 minutes in. My goodness. No, I don't do the mesh anymore. It was there would be times when it would just sell so much that it was cutting into my real job, my day job. And then, I wouldn't get an order for a few weeks and then it would blow up again. I just couldn't figure it out. Like with inventory, I didn't spend a lot of time trying to figure it out, the fluctuations and stuff. So I just stopped. It became more of a pain than it. And I found myself reordering a couple times just for my own supply, just for stringing kids sticks. And well, actually, I'll make sure. The 17 might be out of stock. No, apparently not. And that is, it's, what do you call it? Stringer Shack. So it's good mesh. Red Star Lacrosse. Admin. I need to check the inventory there. Forgot how to do it. Oh, there it is. Dashboard. You guys can't see my screen. I hope not. It's all passwords and everything. Products. I'm just looking in the... It says I have 15 in stock, but I'm not sure that's right. And 20, I know there's a bunch of 20 left. 54 in stock. That 20 millimeter. Stuff's good for wax, if you're waxing mesh still. It's good stuff. Content is really good. I've been watching for years now. Keep it up. Thank you, Run Fast. What's up, James Davidson? It's crazy how you've been running for as long as ECD. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, and I don't think I would have been as successful as them, but I was established in a career, so I could only kind of dabble in the whole lacrosse thing. But watching them go from 0 to 60 was very cool. And they're good guys. And I sometimes think, well, what if I just took, invested a bunch of money way back when to really make it a brand? And then I'm like, I wouldn't have wanted to do that. That's just not my thing. I love what I do. I really wouldn't want to do anything else. So, but it's been definitely fun watching them blow up. All right, snack time. Go enjoy men's league. That's fun. All right, gentlemen, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I say gentlemen, it's probably because it's just gentlemen in here. Can I look at who's in here? What's up? The Bry? I'm not sure I'm saying that right. How's life? Life is good. Is it good for performance on the field? What are we talking about? I'm going to go. Take care. All right, Run Fast. Later, Wyatt. By now, you'd be the supreme of lacrosse. Yeah, I don't think I'm that in touch with what's cool. I definitely was when I was younger, when I was designing skateboard graphics and snowboard graphics. But now my finger is quite literally off the pulse. What are we talking about, John Tran? Oh, the soft mesh? I mean, it's soft mesh, so it's not good in weather. If you're not going to treat it, then it's probably not worth it. The reason people bought soft mesh, not so much anymore because there's so much good performance mesh on the market, but soft mesh was good for waxing. And so when everyone was waxing mesh, that they wanted to get their hands on soft mesh because there's no coating on it. So if you're not going to wax it or treat it somehow, like a latex, like a light latex or something, then it's probably not worth it. If you're playing indoor, if you're playing box, soft mesh is awesome. You know, where it won't be affected by the weather. Otherwise, you know, it's definitely got some drawbacks. How did you dye the purple mesh on your Insta? Well, I'm going to post a link to the video tutorial for you. Because I did a video a couple years ago on how to do it. And I think I go over all the details in it. Still pouring rain. Copy. Okay, here we go. There is a link to the tutorial on how to dye mesh. Trademark your beard. Beard's getting a little too long. All right. Hour 46. Man, that's crazy. All I was doing was testing. And I did this last time I went on. Today I actually figured out how to make live streams private. So I did about 3 2-minute private videos so I could dial in the quality. And then I was like, well, let's just go live for real once. Now it's 2 hours later. Michael Kopalski, hi. What's up? I really wish I had a big brick wall behind me with lights like that. I could do without the Red Star painted on it, but that'd be nice. That's a good background. Not a lot of brick. My house was built in 1949, which is actually pretty old for California standards. But about the only brick you find is on chimneys for homes. I tried to dye mesh red and it came out pink. But it worked really well with the head I had on my Instagram. The head was also supposed to be red and black. See you, Wyatt. 9 people watching. I think it's time to wrap it up. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Someday I hope to do live streams with actual content, with a plan. Do a review, stringing, something like that, not just yapping. But still, this was fun. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Alrighty, guys. How do I end it? Oh yeah, I have to do it on OBS. Alright, stop streaming. Alright, guys. Take care.